So in today's video, we are going to do a weekly recap of our sales, and we're going to count down the 10 most profitable sales of the week. Okay, so the software that Morgan and I use is called Flipwise. If you watch any eBay videos on YouTube, surely you've heard of Justin Resells. This is a software that he is behind. We highly encourage you to check it out. We are not sponsored yet. Or paid to say anything about Flipwise. We just really find this to be a useful tool and highly recommend it for anybody who's in the market. So as you can see here, we did $1,500 in gross sales and we netted a little over $850. The average gross per sale was $56.97 and average net was $30.38. All right, so with that very brief outlook on the week in sales, let's go ahead and start the countdown. Okay, so to get things started, in the number 10 spot, we have College Bear. I just talked about him in our very last video. Was able to pick him up at an online estate sale for $5. That left us with a profit of $30.31. Okay, coming in at the number 9 spot, this is a Cole Haan purse that Morgan had found. I built the listing for this one and put the buy it price at $49.99. It took 8 days to sell, and the buyer also paid $9 shipping. So look out for Cole Haan. That's a good purse brand, according to Morgan. All right, moving along. Number 8, we have a Canon SureShot. Be on the lookout for these 35mm cameras. Canon, Sony, Pentax, they're all great. At least check out the model. This was also part of an online estate sale, so I did have to pay up $28, but I was able to do my homework ahead of time and see that these things sell for close to $75 all day long. So I listed mine at $74.99, added $7.95 shipping, took less than a day to sell. In the number 7 spot, there is this vintage iceberg graphic t-shirt, and this one sold on Poshmark. No shipping to deduct on this one, however, there was an $11 fee to sell on Poshmark. So with a $4 buy price, $11 in fees, we're looking at a $40 profit. Not bad. Very cool product here, something that Morgan and I just learned about after she found this jacket. She picked this up at a Goodwill for $14.32. Now that seems like a lot, but when you pick this thing up and you can feel how heavy it is and it's very substantial, dug a little deeper right there on the spot, she found out that Oros is actually a Bolo brand. This is a men's medium insulated jacket, and it's called Solar Core. It's foam rubber on the inside. You pick it up and feel it right away. You can tell it's not just an ordinary jacket. We took an offer of $70 plus $8.95 shipping. We went ahead and accepted the offer because of the fact that it's the time of year where jackets, sweaters, that's going to be less in demand. We were happy to move this one as quickly as we did. Okay, so this next one's pretty cool. I did a video a few weeks ago where I picked up these horrendous looking vintage rabbits. I think they're kind of creepy. This one was actually in really nice condition, and it wasn't as creepy as the other one I bought, and I'll show a picture here. And on this one, the buyer had sent a message asking if I can combine 2 into one sale, if I would offer a price break for that. And of course I will, every time. So this one we originally had listed at $74.99. He ended up buying another one that I had listed at $39.99. And I just said, if you pay $100 total, I'll be able to combine the shipping as well and save you some money there. So that's what happened. So on this particular rabbit, I paid $7. Let's just call it a $70 sale, which left us with a $52 profit. And it only took 17 days to sell, which in eBay terms, I love that. That's kind of like the sweet spot. I feel like 2 weeks means you have it priced right and it's in high enough demand to where you have good sell-through. All right, next up, this was an in-person estate sale find, the Sony Handycam Mini DV camcorder. This I was surprised to find. I was late to this estate sale because I had to drop off my daughter. I was able to see ahead of time that these things are selling close to $100 total in this complete condition. So I listed ours at $89.99 plus $12.95 shipping. It took 1 day to sell, leaving us with a net return of $59.14. Okay, so keeping up with the camera theme, coming in at the next spot is a Sony CyberShot. Because I found this one at a Savers inside a little plastic bag for $8. As long as it works, I'm willing to risk $8 to find that out. I got it home and it did work. Went ahead and listed it at $74.99 and we were able to profit $61.01. Another lightning fast sell through. This thing took less than a day to sell, which I'm happy with. So now we're into the top 2 most profitable sales from last week. In the number 2 spot, we have another Sony product. However, this is a boombox. This one I picked up again on an online estate sale, $5 purchase price. I saw it had the remote, it had the power cable, and it wasn't beat up and dinged up. Just had a good feeling that this thing was gonna work just fine. Listed it at $69.99 plus $18 shipping because I knew it was going to be a big box. It took 1 day to sell, which left us with a $62.67 profit. So we made it to the #1 most profitable sale of the week. If you've made it this far in the video and you do appreciate this kind of content, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to follow along for more in the future. So without further ado, here's #1. The #1 sale was a vintage Sharp camcorder, the VL-AD260. It was the kind that you hold with both hands and you can pivot the camera end and hold the screen. It's a big, clunky, awkward thing. This particular item at Goodwill was in the box that you see in the listing photo, and they had clear packing tape just covering the top so nothing could come out. They had it at $11. The reason why it says $5 was because there was also in that same box this Nikon adjustable lens. And this thing has some value on its own. So what I did was I split that purchase price. I put $5 on the camera and $6 on the lens. And that's how we got to our net return of $65.06 on this camera, making it our most profitable flip of the week. All right, guys, well, there you have it. Real quick, real down and dirty. Just our top 10 most profitable sales for the last week. If you enjoyed this style of video, please leave a comment down below. Let us know what you like about it or what you'd like to see in the future. Or if you like it and just want to say thanks, Beth, because this was her idea. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us reach more people and start racking up the views. But as always, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Happy hunting.